Hello everyone, welcome to the program. I'm Imana Amawe. Tonight we focus on the standoff over who flies the flag of the People's Democratic Party in Ondo State come November the 26th. Remember, you can join the conversation on Sunday Politics via our Twitter handles. It's at CTV Politics. You can also follow the conversation on Facebook. We are live right now on Facebook. Well, who will fly the People's Democratic Party flag come November the 26th governorship election? At the national level, the PDP has been embroiled in leadership crisis for some time now, and in Ondo State, it's not been an easier ride for the party. Well, who will succeed Governor Olusegun Mimiko of the People's Democratic Party if the party actually emerges winner come November the 26th? Well, after producing two governorship candidates from parallel primary elections in August this year, one by the Ahmed Makafi-led caretaker committee in Akure, the Ondo State capital, which produced Eyitayo Jegede as candidate, and another primary which held in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, producing Jimoh Ibrahim. Well, the party has been bedeviled with one challenge, one crisis after the other. The Ondo State governorship election, ahead of the election, there have been counter-claims as well as claims over who the authentic candidate of the party is. The plot, however, took an intriguing twist when on October the 14th, Justice Okonabang of the Federal High Court in Abuja ordered INEC to recognize Jimoh Ibrahim as the PDP's candidate, basing his ruling on an earlier judgment on June the 29th, 2016, which recognized Senator Ali Modu Sheriff as the party's national chairman. Therefore, only the candidate of the Sheriff faction should be recognized. Both factions of the party reacted to that judgment, putting pressure on INEC to publish the name of their candidate as a flag bearer for the party, obviously giving various reasons for that. Well, INEC, in a swift reaction on October the 27th, released a list of candidates for the Ondo State governorship poll, listing Jimoh Ibrahim as of the Ali Modu Sheriff faction as a candidate of the PDP in the state. And that certainly did not go down well with some of the players involved. Governor Olusegun Mimiko even paid a visit to the president, and there were several protests. Let's hear what Governor Mimiko had to say when he paid a visit to Mr. President.
So we see this action of INEC as potentially dangerous. It can cause conflagration in the state. And that is why, as the Chief Security Officer of the state, I have come to alert Mr. President of the potential danger of this injustice, so that we can nip it at the bud. I've been up and running, I've been on phone to major stakeholders to ensure that they keep the peace in the state. What you have seen, the extent of the demonstration or the protest you have seen, has been mellowed by our continuous intervention to ensure that there will not be a breach of the peace. For them, it's just a jolt from the blues. And I have assured them that this injustice will not stay. It will not stay. Mr. President has promised to look into it, and that if there was any patent injustice, that is given assurance that it will be rectified.
Governor Olusegun Mimiko of Ondo State. Well, before INEC published Jimoh Ibrahim's name as a candidate for the PDP in Ondo State, both factions put pressure on the electoral umpire to release the name of their candidates. Let's hear what they had to say.
We have this judgment, which is now specific after submission by all the council. Is now specific to the extent that INEC, the first respondent alleged contaminor, shall accept and process for the purpose of its function and activities in organization, the conduct of Ondo State governorship election, the nomination of Barrister Jimoh Ibrahim, who emerged from primary election conducted by first and second judgment creditor applicants on the 29th of August 2016 as a candidate of the said Ondo State governorship election slated for November 2016. So it's
Number one, the significance is to drum home the point clearly that there is only one candidate for PDP, and that's Ita Ojegede. Any other person is a pretender. Those who held their primaries in Ibadan without the consent of security or INEC, those who know very well they cannot get through vote of the people and want to come through the back door, this is evidence that the door is already shut. Number two, we are just over a month of election. We think it's time to roll out. And you can see the joy and the enthusiasm of the people.
Officially, we are starting today because I just received the flag. We will continue to get our people to stay with us. We will continue to create the bond of friendship with the electorate. God willing, 26th of November, by the help of God, support of the people who win the election.
Well, obviously, after all the calls, INEC went ahead and announced Jimoh Ibrahim as a candidate of the PDP. And the electoral umpire gave reasons for its decision.
What INEC did was not done without consideration for the various judgments that we have received. Because about 2 days ago, specifically I think Wednesday evening, about 5 minutes to 5 p.m., we got another from Ondo State High Court, which immediately emailed to our chairman at Abuja that night, and he got it before he closed in the office, and the commission took it as with the hope that he would meet yesterday morning to deliberate. Only for us again yesterday to see another judgment from another court in Abuja. So the judgment of Ondo State High Court, that judgment was okay. Again, this one is being the last judgment before the release of the candidate's name. The commission felt that name should now be used. So hence, Jimoh Ibrahim's name was on the list.
That's the rec for Ondo State, Olufemi Agbaje. Well, the Itayo Jegede camp, feeling cheated out of the game, has gone on to appeal that judgment, and a fresh three-man panel headed by Justice Ibrahim Salau has been constituted by the President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Zainab Bulkachoa, to preside over all the appeals emanating from the Ondo State chapter of the People's Democratic Party. Well, this follows the disqualification of the initial panel, which was headed by Justice Sankey. Proceedings have been adjourned to November the 7th, 2016, after all the processes filed by the parties in the matter were identified. The question is, who is the authentic governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in Ondo State? This is one question many believe the Court of Appeal must urgently resolve to avoid a breakdown of law and order in the state, which is capable of threatening the November the 26th election.